Hello, it's Limits in Series again, and we are talking about the harmonic series, which is our first example and kind of a main example of a series that doesn't converge despite the fact that the terms 1 over n are getting small. So the terms here are 1, 1/2, 1/3, etc. It's clear that as n goes to infinity, 1 over n goes to 0 as the sequence of terms. But the claim is that the sum does not converge. So let's think about this. We're going to focus on things that are powers of 2. So here is 1, here's a half. Now the next power of 2 is 1/4, and there are 2 of those. And then the next power will be 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8. The next power of 2 will be 1/8. And so we are asking ourselves, how many terms are there? So how many terms are there between a half and a quarter, or above a half and less than a quarter, above a fifth, from a fifth and up to an eighth, etc., from 1/9 all the way to 1/16, and so on. So how many terms are there between, how many n's are there between 2 to the k and 2 to the k plus 1? Well, that number of terms is clearly 2 to the k. So for example, if k is equal to 1, there's 2 terms between 2 and 4. Here we are looking at the harmonic series again. We decided that there were 2 to the k terms between 1 over 2 to the k plus 1 all the way to 1 over 2 to the k plus 1 in the exponent. So again, if k is, let's say, 3, this is 1/9 and this is 1/16. And so we decided that there were at least 2 to the k, that there were exactly 2 to the k of those terms. Each one of them is bigger than the last one. And so that means 2 to the k over 2 to the k plus 1, and that's obviously 1/2. And so we're taking more and more terms, bunching them together, getting a half. If we go further out, we get another half, and so on. So suppose we go all the way from 1 to 2 to the k plus 1, with k bigger than 1, obviously. Then we have the first term, we have the second term, and then we have k terms adding up to a half. K, not k terms, but k groups of terms, each one of which adds to a half, or more than a half. And so we have more than k over 2 plus 2 over 2 plus 1 over 2, 3 plus k over 2. Clearly, as k goes to infinity, this goes to infinity. And so the partial sums are going to infinity, which means that this sum is not bounded, it diverges.